Hello everyone, this is John Fawcett, Warning Coordination Meteorologist for the National Weather Service office serving southern New Mexico and far west Texas. And this briefing concerns a winter storm due tomorrow, especially afternoon and evening into early Friday. All the ingredients should be in place for a classic snow scenario in this part of the country. We have the cold air arriving first for once, and that will be behind a backdoor cold front that should move through overnight tonight, bringing cold air from the northeast. That front in and of itself may produce a few light snow showers, but that's not going to be the main show at all. No, that will be with an upper low that you see there to our west-southwest. And ahead of that upper low, moisture will be circulating around from the Gulf of California into our area at the middle levels. And at the lower levels, you could have some moisture behind the backdoor cold front. So cold air will not be a question. Moisture should not be a question. And then finally, the upper low itself will provide the dynamics, the upward rising motion to wring all that moisture into precipitation. And it'll be cold enough so it mainly should be snow. There will be impacts mainly in the southeastern half, and we'll get to that shortly. The winter storm watch that has been in effect is now a winter storm warning. So let's move on ahead and look at the products we currently have in effect. Winter storm warning for El Paso and Hudspeth counties, eastern Otero County. There's a big difference there between expected snowfall amounts because of the east slope versus west slope phenomenon. Now, the east slopes will have the rising air, and that will dump more precipitation. By the time that wind gets to the west slopes, it's lost most of its moisture, and it's going to go downhill, but that will be stronger with lower wind chills, so you just can't get away from the issues no matter what side of the mountain you're on. Further to the west, winter weather advisory, 1 to 3 inches expected in southeastern Luna County, most of Doña Ana County, at least the southern 3/4, and then southwestern Otero County. A band further out from that, about an inch of snow or so, not nearly as much, and then maybe nothing in the usual snow area of the Gila region. Wouldn't that be something? When you're going from northwest to southeast, you'll see an increase in snow. That's the basic message that you see from these graphics. The impacts, well, obviously travel will be highly impacted the further southeast you go. In the winter storm warning area, hazardous travel due to heavy snow and blowing snow in some of those spots. And that'll be low visibilities, very slick roads. Further northwest in the advisory area, still travel issues because you'll have enough accumulating snow for slick driving conditions. And then minor travel issues out where the snow will be accumulating a little bit, but just not an across-the-board hazardous driving situation. And then the other issue besides the heavy snow will be the low wind chills because of exposure. Your gusty winds from the east, they'll be throughout the area, especially along western slopes and through mountain passes. But the further east you go, the colder the air. So let's say from Columbus, New Mexico to Truth or Consequences line eastward, you'll have the lowest wind chills and the greatest exposure issues from those cold east winds. That focus will be Thursday early morning into the afternoon, possibly into the evening the further west you go. The heavy snow, that'll be Thursday afternoon into early Friday. The impacts continue. I already mentioned the snow amounts increase from northwest to southeast, also greater on the east slopes versus west slopes. And your blowing snow will be the biggest issue in the passes and western slopes. Road closures. I've got to think that there'll be some road closures in El Paso and Hudspeth counties, especially the further east you go. Maybe southern Doña Ana County. And then because of low ceilings and low visibilities, El Paso International Airport operations will probably be disrupted. One bright spot, schools out in the impact areas, as far as I know, so you don't have to worry about kids' safety on the school buses on those slick roads. So even though you probably wish the kids would be at school, or the kids wish this happened on a school day so they can get a snow day, it's still a good thing. We're thinking safety here. Uncertainties, strength and speed of the upper trough. If the upper trough strengthens, it'll slow down. What that does is increase the intensity of snow and the duration of snow, and you get higher amounts. The amount of moisture ingested by the trough is another uncertainty, but that's tied with the strengthening and speed of the trough. Gives it more time to pull in more moisture and spread it further out to the northwest, and that could convert the advisory area to a warning area if that were to happen. The ending time of the snowfall, right now we think it's Friday morning, mainly by mid-morning. That could be extended to midday or even further if that storm slows down. So you want to keep up on the situation in case any of those changes do take place. Warnings and watches. Again, we have the winter storm warning from 8 a.m. Thursday to 8 a.m. Friday. El Paso and Hudspeth counties, eastern Otero County. Winter weather advisory, same time frame. And that's over most of Doña Ana County, southeastern Luna County, and southwestern Otero County. And as I mentioned before, if that storm slows down, more moisture, greater intensity, the winter weather advisory area might have to be upgraded to a winter storm warning. And further northwest from that, you might have to put out an advisory. But at this point, we don't anticipate that happening. So let's go with this for now. Hazardous driving from heavy snow Thursday afternoon through early Friday. That's mainly El Paso, Hudspeth, eastern Otero counties, and possibly south of the southern half of Doña Ana County. Low wind chills, mainly Thursday early morning through the afternoon, western slopes and through passes. And because of the colder temperatures, the further east you go, let's say the main effect will be from Columbus to Truth or Consequences and east. Low visibilities and ceilings will affect El Paso International Airport operations, and that would be mainly Thursday afternoon into early Friday morning. I remind the emergency managers watching this to monitor the latest and greatest, because there could be some changes and that could really affect your area. Also, any of you should be monitoring our website, weather.gov/El Paso. It's at the bottom of every slide we've been showing here. I want to thank you for watching. Those in the emergency management community can contact us 24 hours a day via our chat room. And you can find us on Twitter at NWS El Paso. Also on Facebook, search for U.S. National Weather Service El Paso. Stay safe, and those of you who like snow, which is not me, have a good time. Thank you.